Uh,
Okay. Hello, everyone. Today Zedrez, commenting alongside with Cone, are going to be
Hello.
commentating over the Frontier Finals. It'll be best of five series between C Squared and Exile. C Squared being on his Keystone deck of Mono Black Eldrazi's, and Exile piloting Dredge. Should be an interesting matchup. Uh, and here we go.
Can we talk about before we get them started? Can we like break down the deck lists? Is that
Yes.
we have time for
Okay.
that?
Yeah. Okay. So with the
Um,
Dredge deck, it's a combination of cards used with Stitcher Supplier, cards like Gather the Pack and Satyr Wayfinder to fill up your graveyard. You have the enablers with like Narc Amoeba to get Prized Amalgam out and Haunted Dead to also do that. And then take advantage of having a bunch of small creatures to either Driven Despair or to just attack through and have a good early presence and kill decks before they can even get going. Also, sometimes you just power out big 5/5s with Gurmag Angler. On the mono black side, however, we have a combination of it's a mid range deck, like a variant somewhat similar to Abzan, but using colorless as a pseudo color over white, and that is now splashing Assassin's Trophy. You use cheap
no.
creatures like Gaithid Aetherborn to shore up the early game, Matter Shaper to get a little bit of value, block, and stabilize. And then you have your Haymakers with Thought Not Seer, Reality Smasher, and grind pieces like Liliana to push yourself over the top. And you also get spell lands in the form of Archvarazka for card draw, if near Deadlands for a kill spell, Endless Sands to prevent control from dealing with your threats and making the removal awkward, etc. So, what are your thoughts on the matchup here, Cone?
So I think that because of how old of a deck Big Black Eldrazi is, you have to like kind of know C2. He's been playing this deck since Frontier started. Like this is what he was on, and he has tuned it through every iteration of the Atarka aggro meta. This deck is very, very tuned to beat aggro. I think this is going to be a good matchup for him, uh, guarding or barring, sorry, any sort of shenanigans with Driven to Despair, and which is a four of. So it's very possible that we get a really swingy start. But the thing is, Dredge has a lot of like dead draws in that. Well, I say a lot. A non-zero amount of dead draws where you'll have a good opener and then just mill nothing but lands, and you're stuck. Like you can't do anything. So
Yes.
I also think C2 has the skill to like press on that, put not so much like someone like ACC, but like I think C2 will tend to like press his advantage a lot. Like when he gets like even just a little bit ahead, you feel it. So I think it's gonna be a pretty easy game for C2 or
Yeah,
any match.
I agree with the fact that he is likely favored due to the fact that he's got so much experience on it. Also, I believe he's one of the better players on ULL.
Yeah, for
Also,
sure.
yes. Also, Gifted Aetherborn is going to be key in this matchup for stopping like
Hmm.
Gurmag anglers. It just lines up really well there. So if like Excel is relying on a fast angler, which is good against some matchups, it's not going to be quite as good here because 2/3 with Death Touch and Lifelink is just going to be really good at just blocking.
Yeah, no, like the 2/3 left lifelink death touch is like a really good combo against aggro decks. It doesn't like
Yes.
seem like it because like two life isn't a bunch, but like as an aggro player, two life is literally like it's so much. Like it seems really silly to say that, but like two life is it's miles. Like if I'm running a marathon and it's measured in life, and I have to add two more, that's like I'm done. I'm not doing it, dude. It's over. Two life is so much.
The bunk. I mean, it's good against Agra, I agree, but like I think it really shines in the mid range mirror where it just you can attack in. Like there's no good
Hmm.
attacks because you actually just trade off your biggest creature with a 2 drop.
All right.
So,
Do we want to look at their openers and then get started?
yes.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, so first off on C2 7, I think C2 is going to snap keep because he has
I
Gifted
agree.
Aetherborn into
Push
Reshaper. He
Aetherborn.
has, yeah,
Push,
exactly.
push Aetherborn. Like that's it. You're done. Good hand. Let's go.
Okay,
I think it's a snap ball
Exile's
from
gonna.
Exile. Like, there's
Yes,
no
there's
way in the
no
world he's keeping
pressure.
this.
I mean, he has turn 3 Gurmag Angler, but like he needs his Gather the Pack to be godlike, and he has no other pressure otherwise. So it's probably indeed a mole.
Yeah, I think. So one thing that's really interesting in this matchup, is blighted Fen because it's like completely useless. So like that's C2 does a really good job when he does his mana bases of making sure that there's the right mix of like spell lands and real lands. Um, and he gets to kind of skew that in the favor of spell lands because he's running colorless creatures.
Yes, definitely.
He kept the 7.
He did keep that 7. Okay, so I think you just snap off a Bloodstained Mire because I would want to get as many cards into the graveyard for the
I am
Gurmag.
very confused.
Oh, sick. And C2 just top decked basic Swamp, so now he doesn't even have to pay a life for his Gifted Aetherborn, which is even better. Oh, and there's the second Creeping Chill. This is the kind of dredge hand you don't want, and this is why
Yeah,
we were
this is
both saying you should mull this hand
yeah.
because now he has like no pressure
He
really
has no
unless this
pressure.
gather is great.
This is I wouldn't have kept that. I don't think.
Yeah,
Now, Driven to Despair in hand is nice.
and he hits a Creeping
A
Chill
chill.
and a Prized Amalgam. Okay.
That's not bad.
Yes, but like, oh, and he takes the Satyr Wayfind obviously, which is
Of
good.
course, yeah.
So next turn he can go Wayfinder and Gurmag Angler. Ooh, and fetch land to Revolt the Push has now been found. But you're just gonna play Matter Reshaper and swing for 2. Regain some of the life that the Creeping Chill lost you.
Yeah. This is
Ooh, and there's a Narcomoeba. That's
this is
very
so rough for
unfortunate.
Exile, dude.
Yeah,
This is
you've
like
just drawn 4 of your payoffs for milling.
yeah. But, I mean, Driven
Although
to
Driven
Despair,
Despair is still fine in hand, yeah.
yeah, because it can late game against
You can draw
control.
cards.
Yeah, you can just like draw cards, which is really weird to say in a
Also, it
deck
gives
like Dredge.
Trample,
Yeah,
which is.
trample's very important.
Oh, there's a Narcomoeba to trigger the Amalgam, so there you go. And he gets a land for the Gurmag. Okay. So.
This isn't too bad.
Oh, that was a misplay. Because now he has to. He should have fetched, because now he has to exile his prized Amalgam to delve.
Oh yeah.
If he had fetched, he would have been able to
He's
not
just gonna do it.
have to.
Dang,
Yeah.
that's tough.
That is tough. But that makes it a lot better
But
for
conceals
C2.
information.
Yeah, I mean,
C2 has seen exactly one card of this,
concealing information is not worth losing out on a 3/3.
especially not in this matchup, because
No.
like
Okay. I
I don't know. I
think
think
that.
go ahead.
Never mind. I think he should have played the endless sands there, but that's because I have knowledge of we have knowledge of the hand, and he's
Mhm.
probably going to cast Driven to Despair here, which obviously the fetch lane can be better, but like he has no 4+, so the revolt isn't quite as necessary here, and he could have saved one of his creatures by double blocking the angler, and then
And then
endless
exile.
sansing away his matter
Yep.
reshaper and only. But he might actually prefer the death trigger from the reshaper anyways. So
He
there's that.
100% wants the death trigger.
Yeah. So also wait no, that also saves him a card of having to discard anyway. So no, that might still just be better.
So this is where it's gonna get a little scary.
Okay. I
I
mean he's
don't
gonna
like
have to
drawing this early.
Okay. I mean that's fine. He's gonna fatal push the Narcomoeba, trade off with the amalgam. It's gonna be a draw discard and it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, draw. He can just full block here, actually.
He can't full block because they have menace due to despair.
Oh, they have trample.
Trample menace. Or he's just gonna take that. Okay,
That's
that's
interesting.
interesting. Oh, because wait, no, that
He
doesn't
doesn't want
work.
anything to die?
No, something dies anyways. He. Oh yeah, but I guess he prefers that over that. I'm interested by that block. I would have
Yeah,
just trade off the amalgam, but
yeah,
I
most of your
guess he get.
things are
I understand why he didn't block the angler, because now the angler just gets blocked by Aetherborn anyways.
yeah, so it saves you a 2 for 1, but it wasn't a 2 for 1 because Matter Reshaper. So, like,
Yeah, Matter Shaper's gonna get in now, and he's just gonna hide behind the Aetherborn, since the Aetherborn just blocks it into eternity.
yeah, Aetherborn's such a good card.
Yes. Okay, so now, okay,
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
you're not gonna cast it this turn.
That's still
I don't
ridiculous
think.
for C2. Like, that's really good.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
do you
really
think
good
we're
for
gonna
X though.
see I think we're gonna see a Creeping Chill this turn. There's
I
not much else that you can do. I mean, I guess you
I
could
think what he should do is he should play. Wait, how many cards do you have? He can
you could
go
second Gurmy.
fetch a watery grave, tap 2. There's 3 left. He can go Narcomoeba into Gurmag Angler, which is what I think I would do, and then just pass, and then lean on the Driven to Despair after next turn.
Yeah, try to get as many creatures on board as possible for that next
Yes.
Driven to Despair.
Yeah, and then next Driven to Despair probably is a draw 2, just no, draw 1, discard 1, because he can pop the Blade Fen, although it'll hit on Narcomoeba.
Yeah, but having that Blighted Fen in play is important.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, so now you can just if near if you want. Probably just pop it.
I think just
Yeah,
kill the Narcomoeba. Yeah.
agreed. And now kill it now. So now if he wants to Driven Despair, he's trading off an Angler, and then ooh, that's a Haunted
And
Dead.
then draw, discard. Oh, Haunted Dead is like low key the scariest card in the whole deck. Because that's Haunted Dead enables everything. It lets you get things out of your hand, and it brings back amalgams.
Yes,
Like,
Haunted. Okay, so Haunted Dead here might let's he's either gonna go for the Driven Despair. I don't think you should go for the Driven Despair here. I think you should just go Haunted Dead and pass.
Haunted Dead Pass is good because it builds up for another Driven to Despair. And that's what you want
Yes.
to be doing, especially in this board state where C2 is like pretty obviously flooded.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. That's fine. So it's gonna be C2 is 100% gonna just snap off a block here, and then he's
yeah.
going to Blighted Fen the other amalgam or the other angler after.
Yep. That's the play. And I really don't, because Blighted Fen's not in play. Never mind. I was gonna say,
Yeah, he doesn't know about it. Yeah.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay. So there we go.
Oh,
So now you reveal. So he reveals this off the thing,
you think he
and
casts it?
now he physically cannot cast. There's 1 mana up there.
Why am I on commentary again?
Okay. So now that's unfortunate. Top decking the Collective Brutality right into one of the only actual spells that
Yeah,
it
like,
can hit.
but
He's debating just discarding it for a drain. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, why not?
Now Bladed Fen pops that off,
Mm-hmm.
and now we hope. If you're worse, ooh, Reality
That's
Shaper is a
a
good draw, but
very
you, I don't think you can cast it here.
no. You have to Blighted Fen. You have to
Yeah.
regain control of the board.
Yes. Because now it's going to be Haunted Dead versus Reality Smasher next turn. Ooh, that's a good way to refuel. Driven Despair. Or not
Yeah.
Driven Despair, Gather the Pack. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Depends on what he hits, though. Can he hit, like, if he hits an Amalgam, it's really great.
Amalgam and Amoeba would be like, or yeah, just Amalgam actually
Am-
because Haunted Toad.
Amalgams are great. Anglers are great. Okay, that's
That's
creeping
a
chill. That's the
very good
fourth
meal.
chill.
That's a very
Okay.
good meal. So he takes the. Wait, what does he take?
He doesn't take anything, I don't
You
think.
may put a creature card. Yeah, you don't take anything.
Yeah. Yeah, so now Narcomoeba triggers, Amalgam triggers, and then then you can end of hmm. I'm just curious whether he just casts chill here.
Um, I think you can. What's the interaction? It does. It 100% triggers Amalgam. It's just like dredging. It's identical to dredging.
Yes. Because they both hit the graveyard at the same time, then the amoeba triggers,
Yeah.
then the amoeba goes into stack, which
It's the
into
same
play,
question we
and
had
triggers
earlier
them out.
today about show and tell and show and tell, cast down and omniscience. They enter the battle. They enter the graveyard, and then the replacement effects happen,
Yeah,
or the
now he's just
whatever
gonna creeping chill.
the triggers happen, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, chill is good.
So C2 needs to draw Vrasa's Contempt.
Yeah,
Otherwise, he's just dead. Obviously, he doesn't. Wait, there's a second amount.
there was a
Oh,
second of where?
no, no, it's in the exile. Oh, that's not going to save him.
Are you sure?
No, because he just attacks for 1 in the air and then chills for 3.
Chill. Yep.
Yeah.
That's tough. All right, so
Yep.
we have another pre-board game, right?
That we have one more pre-board and
Okay, so let's talk about what went wrong on C2's side. Um, I think his play was pretty tight. The only thing is, his deck didn't cooperate. Now, from Exile, I would have liked to see a little bit better sequencing. I think he could have won that a little bit more handily.
yes.
Um,
Oh,
Now that's not to
I
say he didn't do a good job because obviously he did. Like we have perfect information, so we can't
yeah,
expect him to see every line. Um,
agreed.
and we're also two people, but I think if he keeps playing like as well as he did or better, like obviously if C2 stumbles like he did that game,
Wait, Exile mulled that 7. That 7 was a keep. He had both he had a actually no, there's 5 lands. But like he had Wayfinder and he was on the draw. I guess this
isn't
hand's
this
horrible.
London Mall or are we doing just regular Mall? Oh no,
This turn
this three.
it started with when Vancouver was legal, so we're
Uh,
using the Vancouver Mall
Dang.
the whole way through. Yeah, I prefer the Vancouver Mall. I love Scry.
Scrying is sick, but oop, I disconnected my mic. 1 second.
I can still hear you though with the bunk.
Scrying is sick, but like honestly, I London Mulligan gives you so much more consistency, so there's a lot less like feel bads, which is
I know.
it's perfect for standard and limited, and I don't understand why it's being put into modern and
Because
legacy.
because they can't just half do it and have one set of formats have one
Yes,
and
they
the other
can.
have the
They
other.
100% can.
I mean, just I mean, you technically could, but like,
They're Wizards of the Coast. It's their game. They can do what they want.
true. That's true. But like, either I would. This feels weird.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but I still think I don't know.
So, Stitcher
This is a really
Supplier.
standard start for Dredge. This is like
Yeah,
a
he just
good
needs to
setup.
hit. He just needs to hit his
Let's
third
see what he hit.
second land.
He hit Amalgam, Driven to Despair, and a land. Not
Yes,
too
which
bad.
is decent. Okay, so now you play Urborg here probably and collect Brutality, the gather the pack out of the hand.
I agree.
Next turn. And then you can collect the Brutality, the collective Brutality next turn. Keck.
In this hand, it's not. That's not the right play. I'd be saving the brutality for -2, and the other mode. I'm sorry, can't think of it right now. Drain.
Drain the bunk.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
let's. Okay. So
you
C2's
have to
hope
take the gather
here.
the path.
Yeah, you have to.
He's
C2
thinking
just
about
needs to
the.
dodge the land.
Yeah. Yep. If C2 can dodge the land, everything. Never mind. C2 screwed. It's over.
See, no, depends on how good the Wayfinder hits, in my opinion. So, like, if the Wayfinder doesn't do much,
I actually think he discards the amalgam first, in case you hit amoeba off of the wayfinder. So like you're playing a little bit off curve, but it's okay. Like
interesting. That's a fair point of view. It
yeah,
also checks the hand, but yeah,
yeah. Plus you take and if you're exile, you definitely take the collective brutality here.
trophy. You
No,
take
you take
trophy. What are
collective
you talking
brutality.
about?
You want
Brutality
the
does
trophy.
nothing.
No, trophy gives you a land. So
Okay, you don't need many more lands. You have a Wayfinder. The bunk. Trophy is a removal spell for both angler and things.
but you don't
So
have an
like
angler in
not
this hand.
yes, but like or an amalgam. It answers an
That's fair.
amalgam.
But amalgam
Yeah.
being answered isn't that bad. Like I've had
Yes.
games against control on dredge where like I've wanted them to answer my amalgam so I can run out a Gurmag angler with a little bit less fear. You know what I mean?
Yes. Except for the fact that he has no way to rebuild currently.
That's true.
Like the most he can do here is driven for one for a card.
Which he's gonna do.
And now I think you just let him hit for draw a card over mill 3.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Okay. That's reasonable. You know the contents of his hand. By delaying
Yeah.
that you keep yourself with
Creeping
maximum
chill. There we go.
information.
Okay, so it hits a chill. There's a third amalgam in the discard. And he can't currently cast the amalgam in hand.
Which is important.
So now I think you just play basic force so you can cast the trophy. Yeah. Okay. And now Dredge is doing nothing.
But C2 is also doing nothing.
Yes, but C2 is in a better position of doing nothing. He, my opinion. I mean, you
Yeah, he has the
Dredge can hit.
answer.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
has an answer in hand.
There's a
So
thought not seer. We're doing
oh
nothing a
man.
lot better now.
We are no longer doing nothing. I'll take that prized amalgam, thanks.
There we go. Snappage. Okay, that driven despair with no actual threat in hand. Love it.
Yeah,
Oh, and a
so this is how
contempt
the
now.
matchup go.
This is
Oh
how
my
C2 wins the matchup.
yeah.
And he is one land away from being able to trophy with Miracle activation.
Ooh, mirror
Or
pull.
or just copying a thought knot and draw step.
Yeah, copying a
Ooh,
thought knot and
that's
draw
also
step is
really good.
actually so sick. Like
Yes.
especially if they have like a one out and you're one turn away from lethal,
Yes. Okay, so
you're
now
just
he's
like
gonna Pog. This is Pog champion. Now you have board presence. The dredge deck is doing nothing.
mhm.
Dredge deck needs some
That feels
very good.
so bad.
Oh, and then we're getting
It's
smushed.
over. It's over.
Smusher.
That's literally
Yeah,
lethal.
it's lethal. It's 12.
Game over.
So we're 1-1 into sideboard. Okay. Now, as for the matchup, I think
Hey Zed.
Dredge. How I think Dredge is going to sideboard is they're going to bring out the one of Ugin the Ineffable. It's a 6-drop planeswalker that does nothing. He's going to bring out Transgress the Mind because he it doesn't hit, like it hits Driven Despair, it hits Amalgam, and it hits Gurmag, but you're taking off turn 2 to affect one card in their hand, and they're just gonna use the graveyard to kill you. And I think he's also gonna bring out Collective Brutality. It's okay, but it's not the greatest. He's gonna bring in 2 Cry of the Carnariums, 2 Ashioks, and the third Cletus. He can make a case for Warping Whale if you want to stop Gather the Packs and Driven to Despairs.
And you can
But
also
that's about it.
You can also use it to kill
A
Narcomoeba.
Stitcher Supplier. Yeah, Narcomoeba Stitchers. But like you have to find room for that one, whereas I think the other ones are clear cut in and out. Yeah. Those 5. As for
side, I think you're bringing in. This is actually like harder.
I think
Ritual of Soot doesn't make it. I don't think.
No, it doesn't hit enough. I think you bring in cuts and trophy, and I think that's about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not like too big on the big sideboard plan because like going faster than C2 is like viable. So
yeah, so like cuts and trophies for maybe like collective brutalities. Because I mean, actually no, for like a brutality, maybe a creep. Or maybe 3 chills. Like you cut 3 chills for like removal because life total can be relevant, but I think having interaction over just exile one you mill is better because a lot of times life total isn't going to matter as much, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So some combination of brutalities and chill, probably more chills. Other than that, I think he's fine and dandy with what he has.
Yeah.
Yes. Ooh, okay. So what C2 ended up doing was -2 brutality, -2 transgress, -1 Ugin, -2 push, -2 reshaper, for +2 reality smasher, +2 Ashiok, +1 Kalitas, +2 warping whale, and +2 cry.
I'm down. That's reasonable. That's very reasonable.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Push is okay. But in a lot of senses the same as whale, and the whale has upside of countering drivens or despairs depending on which side he needs to counter. Probably the despair. Reshaper is very bad if you're bringing Cry of the Carnarium. Exile your Matter Reshaper Pog.
Feels bad, man. Feels so bad.
Yeah. Okay. So 3 cards. So I'm assuming those are trophies and cuts.
Mm-hmm.
But we will see. I think you mull this if you're C2. You're on the draw, and you have you have a trophy until turn 4. That's the only thing you're doing.
That is not enough. But it also ensures you don't get mana screwed.
Yes, which actually, considering it's a 26 land deck, happens more often than you'd think.
Well, yeah, because you're playing 5 drops.
Wait, he cut 3 Driven to Despair and +1 trophy, +2 cuts.
What?
I think trophy. Driven to Despair, C2 has told me is the card he hates facing down in the draft. Exactly. Okay, so
maybe he's also, you know why he cut it? It didn't do enough in the games.
Yeah, because he didn't like if he plays. Yeah, if he plays the Haunted Dead the turn before and then he sets it up, he draws 3 and discards 3. He just misordered.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a keep. You have Warping Whale. You have Thought-Knot Seer on 4 or Kalitas on 4. You have a choice. So I think you keep this.
Yeah, you have a choice, and you can draw gas. Like you have land.
Yeah. Like you actually, there is nothing you aren't fine with drawing in that hand, and that's sure signs of a keep.
And exile Mold twice.
Okay. There's a Gather the Pack. You keep that.
You have to. Yeah.
Yeah, Gather the Pack's just gotta carry.
Yep.
And
watch him mill. Yeah. Watch him mill Meba 3 amalgams.
I mean, just be ACC whenever he plays me. Win whatever matchup you need to. Yeah, just because you just draw gas no matter what.
Remember when ACC used to play Jund Delirium? Just always have Delirium on 2.
Delirium on turn 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mirror Pool. Sick. A tap land on turn 1.
That's just such a good draw. Oh my god. It's actually so sick.
Oh, second gather is really good. Oh, and this warping whale is going to counter the second gather of the pack.
Which is
Oh, it's going to feel
really
so
fun.
great. Wait. Okay, so
It's actually not a bad.
Haunted Dead's not a bad mill. Okay, so one of the sideboard cards is down.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, so you just play basic swamp here, I think, or the Polluted Delta. That's fair enough.
I actually don't like Polluted Delta.
I agree because of the fact that you want to draw a fifth land for that smusher now.
Yep. Like it's nice that let's take 1 damage for a dual land. But like you're gonna counter something here, so he's gonna end up getting
unless he decides to just go for the Satyr Wayfinder.
He's not gonna go for the Wayfinder. He's gonna gather the pack, I think. Although he does like saving information, yeah.
Okay, so also wait, he can Thought Knot. Do you know that he can Thought Knot Seer next turn?
How?
Warping Whale makes a mana, sir.
What?
Put a 1/1 Eldruzel that sacks for a mana.
Oh my god.
That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Please, C2. Show me the turn 3 Thought Knot Seer.
He's gonna do it, there's no way.
No! It would have been so good! It would have been amazing. Now you just play basic swamp and pass.
Basic swamp pass.
The warping whale would have been so sick with the gather the pack. Would have just taken that. It would have been great.
Yep.
I mean, either way, the warping whale's gonna just eat the gather.
Yep, for sure.
Or
maybe a creeping.
Let's see. Wait. Did he mill Driven Despair? Is that why he's holding up? Instead, no. Okay. Okay. So I think you just start by swinging because. Oh wait, no. There's still 1 Driven Despair, so you can gather the pack here to try and hit a Driven Despair before your attack.
Yep.
So I would start by gathering, or you could Brutality if you prefer, to try and. Okay. So there you go. Let's see. Come on, Warping Whale that. Warping Whale it. Okay, there you go. Okay, so now C2 is going to get attacked for 2. And then I would think that he's just going to hold up Haunted Dead / Assassin's Trophy here.
Yep.
Okay. So now, if you're C2, I'm curious whether he's just going to run out Thought Knot first, or if he's going to run out Cletus. And I hope he runs out Thought Knot to try and clear the way of removal.
Thought Knot's better. Yeah.
Second Cletus makes that play less likely, but I still think you should Thought Knot here.
He's going to Cletus. Unless he's just.
I guess he doesn't have. Wait, no. Cletus is worse because he doesn't have any removal.
Yeah.
So, also, here's your 5th land drop, by the way. Assassin's Trophy.
Yep.
5th land.
The land feels amazing, man.
Okay.
So, right now, what's going through Exile's mind is like he's wondering if it's the right play
to let it take it
in response to the ETB, which is what I would do.
Because I would also do this.
It lets you keep the board state. You're 2 for 1 yourself, but it lets you keep the board state.
He just takes trophy here. Just take trophy.
What?
Please. He just okay, that's good.
Trophy? Oh my god.
Yes. So he take trophy here 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
No question.
Now he gets to Haunted Dead this turn.
Yep.
But like, there's not like there's an amalgam coming back, and he didn't even Haunted Dead. Okay.
Dude, Exile.
So Exile is probably going to lose this game because he has 2 1/1s. What Exile needs to do is he needs to gather the pack after C² taps out for Cletus next turn, and then gather into like amalgams and stuff.
He's not playing on the same level as C2, and that's it's gonna show. Like
Duress is gonna take Warping Whale, and Gonna reveal 3 big ass threats. And now he's gonna be Haunted Deading this turn, which, like, Haunted Dead now does
Not
not
enough.
do as much.
Nearly enough.
Yeah, and C2's under no pressure, so he can, like, attack. He can even attack with his Thought Knot Seer and just tap out for Cletus.
Yep.
And I think you do attack with the Thought Knot. Yeah.
Yeah, C2. See, that's like the
C2's
problem.
in the driver's spot at this
That's
point.
the problem with a lot of these matchups. Like so on UOL, it's kind of weird. It becomes less about deck matchups and more about player matchups. So like,
Sometimes.
yeah,
Yes. And he still doesn't Haunted Dead. I guess he wants to say it, but, like, okay, so he needs Brutality here. Because he needs to get rid of the trophy. I don't know why he's not taking the Haunted Dead, though. I'm confused why he's just like, it's not like you have amalgams that you're waiting. I guess he's waiting to hit something, but, like, you need to do something or you're just gonna get outvalued by the.
Normally this would be like the play against another aggro deck or something, like just waiting until you hit your stuff. But against especially like C2 Eldrazi, or sorry, not another aggro deck, another mid-range deck. But the way C2 pilots Eldrazi, it really like straddles the line between aggro and mid-range. Like there are hands like it. I don't know. C2's just a good pilot.
C2's going to draw a land here, and he's going to swing for a. Okay. Gifted Aetherborn is reasonable too, although he might just hold up Assassin's Trophy. No. No, Gifted Aetherborn. He'll probably swing for 7 and play Aetherborn. That's what I think he's going to do. He's just going to try and end the game.
Ending the game is good. It's definitely.
So now he goes back up to 15. Then he has a 2/3 that blocks the Wayfinder, so it can't get in for damage.
Which is super important.
Oh, he's just going to hold up the Assassin's Trophy, which is reasonable because you can Assassin's Trophy the Narcomoeba, get a zombie, and block the Satyr Wayfinder.
Yep.
Okay, so you should probably start by Wayfindering. See what you hit.
Dude, Polygon is so sick.
Okay, that's a somewhat of a good hit because you have an Amalgam now. Now he's not going to cast Brutality. Now he's just going to hold up Haunted Dead.
So yeah, now
C2 shouldn't do anything.
He's gonna haunt the dead now.
Yeah.
C2
Wait, why didn't he attack with the Satyr? Okay. I guess that's fair enough.
He's playing around.
Just playing around it?
I don't know what.
Okay.
Maybe
There's Ashiok.
With Polytoss. Ashiok is like the sickest card against Dredge, by the way.
Yeah, so he's gonna swing for 7. Okay.
It's so stupid in the mirror because you Ashiok, mill yourself, exile them. Which is so stupid.
Yes. Yeah, that is a thing you can do. Okay, so Haunted Dead puts a 1/1 into play. I think you just Ashiok to stop the Amalgam stuff from coming back and exile the other Haunted Dead.
Yep, you have to, or you'll get blown out.
Okay. He's gonna block the block 4, and then he takes 3 down to 8.
I think he's gonna mill exile. That's what I would do anyway. I love Ashiok. They're like my favorite planeswalker, honestly. Like their lore is just so cool. Oh, that's a good hit. Third, Haunted Dead, second Amalgam, and Future Splire. That's a good hit. That's a good little mill.
Yeah. Ashiok is yucky.
Yeah, Ashiok is quite insane. So like the
Yeah. Okay. So, drawing nothing. Okay, so he's
can we get Wolfram out of here?
yeah, agreed.
Is it do we have to block him? Dang, concession.
Yeah. Game 4, so it's up to 1 for Drowsies. Okay.
I think Drazi's gonna get it. Like C2 just plays so much tighter than Exile has been. Like
Yes. I
it
agree.
and it's really sad to see the finals go to C2
It
because of just how much time like it's always a shame when you get outplayed because it's like, dang, you know? You could
that's
have
a
just
model
seen it
6.
online. But like
Yeah.
it also feels really, really bad when you just draw the wrong cards and get got like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
Pretty
Okay.
much losing always feels bad in Magic.
He brought back in a Driven for brutality in game 4. There you go. Better.
How about that?
Okay. So that's a keep for Dredge, and that's a mull for Eldrazi, in my opinion. Because you got Stitch Your Supplier on one, you have Brutality and Gather the Pack. You have an Amalgam that you can discard to a Brutality.
This
This
is
hand's really good.
100% a mull for Drazi and 100% a keep for
Yep.
the other one, Dredge.
Okay. Oh, there you go. That's a
That's a
keep.
keep.
There's an
Snap.
Ashiok. There's a
There's
Warping Whale.
a
Not that it's
counter.
gonna do much, because it's probably gonna get Brutality on too, unless he leads out with Gather the Pack.
If he leaves Gather the Pack, yeah, we'll see. Stitcher. And he
Wait,
turns all
Brutality
his.
should. Oh
I don't
yes,
like leading with Urborg there. I do not like that.
yes. I
No.
agree.
Like, you
Okay, so
know, deck has
what you
issues
should
with
do is
black mana.
you should collect Brutality all 3 modes, or at least kill Stitcher Supplier and Drain, or in Duress. Okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
think you should.
wrong.
Okay. Holy. Okay, so you take a supplier here.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
So this is how C2 gets run over. Well,
Yes,
actually,
this is.
there's a Carnarium, so
There's a cry, but like he's still gonna have to deal with amalgams. Like
that's what he
2
has to.
amalgams.
He has to hold on to the Warping Whale.
It doesn't matter. The Warping Well doesn't even matter.
Oh, you're right. I thought
Like
it was -1/-1. It's not. Wow, I should read the card. Did you know that reading the card explains the card?
yeah. Do you know that the Ashiok's gonna be a turn too slow?
Yep.
Okay. Good to know, because you just go Stitch Your Supplier here and then Haunted Dead end of turn. And
Haunted
like
Dead.
Cry of the Carnarium isn't even gonna do anything until like a turn after, which is unfortunate. Wait. It depends. Actually, Ashiok's gonna be too slow depending on whether or not he just fires it off now versus fires it off on his end of turn. Because he loses out on amalgams if he wants to get a Haunted Dead back. If he waits till C2's second main phase.
I think he's gonna wait because that's like the way he's been playing. Oh,
Or
guess
not.
not.
Okay. So he's gonna snap off this now. But that means that Cry of the Canarium's at least gonna hit a decent amount of things.
Yeah, it's reasonable. It's gonna stop 2 stickers, two
Two
suppliers.
supplier
Triggers.
triggers. It's gonna eat a Haunted Dead, and it's gonna eat a Spirit.
Which isn't bad. That's like,
Yeah.
it's It's a 3-for-1 technically, but
Oh, and
like
then there's Cletus.
Kali sauce.
Okay. So, Cry the Canarium into Cletus' Beast. There's no removal spell currently in hand. And
Which is
there's like
unfortunate.
almost no evasion in the fact that he'll have like one spirit from the Haunted Dead.
He'll have one spirit from the haunted dead, and everything else will get stonewalled by the
Yeah.
Kali toss, which is
Obviously, he has.
wonderful.
He'll have a second amoeba, Narc amoeba now. Or, well, the first one, because he's going to have to discard one to actually get the Haunted Dead. Or he could just cast two. Okay. But either way, like. And then Warping Whale can exile a Narc amoeba after. Okay, so unfortunately, you have to. This is very true. Okay, so Cletus here, barring him drawing a murderous cut or like a trophy is really like, I guess Cletus gets killed by a collective brutality after it eats an amalgam, but like you are left with a 2/2 and it's not the worst.
Yeah.
Or he just does it first, but then he doesn't actually push any damage. Well, he pushes some damage, but like not much. Especially, well, it pushes 6, but any removal spell, and then Cletus just starts going in, and then like Fatal
Well,
Push and Amalgam into eat for 5-6 worth of damage.
it's really unfortunate that C2 wasn't able to get Ashiok out a turn earlier. Like, there's just not really any
Yeah,
way to do it.
I mean, no, there
It
isn't.
just feels bad. Like C2's in a C2's in an awkward
If he
spot.
was
I think it's
on the
still winnable.
play, it was really good.
Yeah, on the play it
On
was.
the draw, he's a bit behind, but like he's not dead yet.
It's so
Definitely not
weird
dead.
that, like, the play draw difference is just that. Like, you'd think that after 30 years they'd have figured out a way to
30
balance
years,
that better, or
20
however
years.
20, yeah,
Well,
25.
20, just slight, yeah, just over 25.
Yeah, you think that they'd figure out a way to balance that a bit better, but like there's just really not. Like, unless we want to start doing like a coin thing like they do in Hearthstone, but that's
No,
just
you.
ridiculous. Like in Magic, that's actually ridiculous because then every combo deck would want to be on the draw.
Yeah. You can just coin turn 3 and just be.
Yeah, you can just like
That's just not.
it's not
Okay,
fair.
so I think you just haunted dead here, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would just Haunted Dead, get it out of the graveyard, play around Ashiok.
Well, I mean, you don't have to do it right away, but like,
Yeah.
ooh, that's nice. If Near Deadlands now means he can kill something and make a zombie, he has a way to kill a zombie. Okay, or kill something to make a zombie. But yeah, you just slam Cletus here. You need pressure on board. You can't play around anything.
Kalitas is such a sick card.
Okay. So, why?
Where
Oh
he's
yeah, so he's discarding Narco because Narco leads to or collective brutality lets him deal with Cletus and swinging. Ooh, this warping whale is going to be pretty good.
this Warping Wheel is gonna be a. There's no Warping Wheel here though, because he's
No,
gonna.
not this turn.
Oh,
Next turn.
on the gather the pack, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure it's enough. Like C2's a little bit ahead on cards in hand, but like it's just he's so behind on board.
Yes. Yes. This
Like
is why. Okay, so let's see. I mean, on board, he's going to eat an amalgam and then get a zombie. That's what's currently going to happen. Or he could go for the haunt. I don't think he goes for the haunted. I think he goes for the amalgam here.
going for the haunted isn't bad though, because it exiles it instead of just going straight to the graveyard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But there's another one in the graveyard. Is
Oh,
there
there is.
not?
That's
No, there
gross.
isn't one. Okay. There is not one. I thought there was one.
So yeah,
I thought there was another one.
hitting the prize amalgam, or sorry, the haunted dead isn't bad.
Okay.
But what I
He,
would do,
he
if I
might
were
just go for a gather the pack this turn as well.
if I were exile, what I would do is I would swing in. No, yeah, swing in. Um, and then use the brutality on the Cletus
Cletus, yes.
to clean up. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Are you not entertained? Okay. So C2 gets to Ashiok plus Warping Well next turn?
Yes.
Or he's just going to gather the pack this turn. Okay. So that means he's not pushing anything this turn. There
He's
goes
pushing 3 damage. Not too bad.
He's pushing no damage. He's not doing anything. He pushes 1. I mean, oh, you mean chill. Okay.
Yeah.
So now C2 can just pop the if near deadlands on the haunted dead if he wants. Oh. Okay, that's good. He should. I think C2 should just pass now.
I'm not too sure about that one. I would play an Ashiok.
He's gonna attack. Interesting. I don't think I would have attacked, but I definitely think I would have.
Attacking is very aggressive. I don't think we're in that position quite yet, buddy.
Okay. I mean, I understand why. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna trophy an amalgam, make a zombie, and then use the zombie to block the haunted dead.
He's just taking? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, if he just loses if he double blocks or triple blocks,
Yeah.
like just loses the game. The game's over if that happens.
Yeah. I mean, or just a double block. Like, doesn't even have to be a triple block.
Yeah. Who's gonna Ashiok and then yep.
He said after this, you want to play some Hearthstone?
Thebunk. Sir. Okay, so there's another chill gun, another narco's gun.
This is this
C2's
whole
ahead.
game has felt just like a little bit too late on C2's side. Like,
C2's ahead.
it does not feel like it.
Unless exiled top decks. Wait. Okay, no. Wait, the trophy's gone anyways. No, C2's just ahead.
Yeah, he's holding up trophy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
the
yep, yep.
trophy's gonna kill amalgam, and then the trophy leaving behind a zombie is gonna trade with the haunted dead and leave behind a zombie.
Yep. Take 3,
Just
which you gain back with the Kali toss.
okay. So like, yeah, collective brutality now does nothing.
Yep, collective brutality is not a card anymore.
Okay. So let's see. So next turn, he can even go sack a zombie and just start swing for 5 and just hold up Warping Well. Obviously, now I'm thinking like multiple turns ahead for the bunk.
Yeah.
Yes, it is frustrating. Because you need to kill him, but you also need to kill the Ashiok. Oh, I mean, yeah, the Ashiok's just gonna slow. Like, the Ashiok has 4 ticks, which is 16 cards, plus he has another Ashiok in hand. So, like, even if he doesn't kill through combat damage, he's still on a somewhat clock with Ashiok mills.
Yeah.
Especially if he wants to continue trying to do his game plan.
Yeah. C2's in a very comfortable position, like
Yeah.
very comfortable. There's
So, yeah.
not much in the deck he cares about actually.
There's 2
Um,
chills gone. Okay, like
2 kills are
chill
gone.
is the worst card for him to see right now. Like if Satyr Wayfinder hits double chill here, he's
He's dead.
that's the one way that he actually loses the game.
Yep, that's the only way I can see.
Other than that, I think C2 is in a really good position.
So this is like gonna be a little bit nitpicky, but I hate when people like Viper does this a lot too. He'll give exact chances, like 77% chance. When we're talking about magic cards, which it's it's not actually exactly true. Um, it's a little bit less than 70, or it's a little bit
It,
more. I think
he
I can't
needs to
remember.
hit 2. He needs to hit 2 and 4 cards, and there's 27. It's a lot less than 77%
It's a
chance of
lot
actually
less than
happening.
70% chance. Like
Okay, he gets a land at least. Oh,
land
he
in the
was looking
back.
for a land. He wasn't looking for the same thing as the
Why did he
player.
want? Why did he want to land? That
Oh,
doesn't do anything.
he's gonna duress because it lets him cast the brutality. That's what it does. Drain plus duress. So now he has to trophy here.
Yeah, yeah. You just trophy the amalgam.
Yes, it's a little bit worse than in combat because like he doesn't eat the haunted dead now ever, but you still have to do it. So now he takes 4 down to 5, or he goes after the Ashiok.
4 down to 5 is what I think. I mean, Ashiok could
Yeah,
bite the dust here.
I don't think so, especially now that because he obviously sees that. Oh, it'll be down to 2 as well, because of the fact that
He discarded
okay,
a card. Yeah.
yeah, drain as well, because he discarded a card to yeah. Okay, so
I think he kills Ashiok here. Because with Ashiok off the table, Exile's kind of back in the driver's seat.
there's an Ashiok in hand though. He sees the Ashiok in hand
Oh, right. This is why I
because
should deal
it
with it.
reveals hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's just gonna go face because he's just gonna try to kill. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
So, oh, there's a trophy. That's nice.
Trophy's really nice here.
Okay, so now you Ashiok minus, yeah.
You Ashiok minus, trophy the flying token, and then you're good.
I think you attack with Cletus and then eat the zombie. Yeah. Yes, I think you
That was actually
attack
really
with.
risky for C2. Milling with Ashiok before he went to attacks.
Yes.
He could have just died.
No, how would he die? Creeping Shield doesn't kill because the effect happens from
Oh, it's
Ashiok
simultaneous.
before. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I was right. He is gonna eat the zombie in game 5, and then when he attacks in, he's gonna do the trophy play. Now that
He doesn't know about the
Exile
trophy.
doesn't think he has a trophy.
Yep, yep. This is like a really tight play from C2.
Yeah.
Man's a G. Out here with like his brain's so wrinkly.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Land here hurts. He can't even fetch because. Not that I think he'd want to because Ashiok prevents. Okay. So I mean, you have to kind of just swing.
I think.
Did you really top deck push slash trophy? Yeah, at least he understands
When you
what's
have an
about to
replay,
happen.
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I mean, that's true on the push. At least he understands what's about to happen. I think your internet's going a bit loopy. You're a bit robot-y for me.
My bad.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. I agree with this on Exile's part. Like, you just kind of have to.
Yeah, you
C2
have
does have it. C2 does have it, but like you kind of have to. Doesn't even have to take damage because Urborg trophies the amalgam, block the haunted dead, maintain parity of zombies, go down 2 creatures, and he concedes. And C2 is now the winner of UOL Frontier League, and Eldrazi's back on top. Pog. The quitting. It's beautiful. I think it literally. I think, especially in some of the games, I think it just came down to player skill over anything else. You okay there, Cone? Or are you still going row-body?
Oh, I am. My bad.
Okay, now you're back. But
are we doing interviews? I think we should do interviews.
Let's see. I'll see if C2's in for an interview.
C2, let's go. Such a wrinkly brain, dude.
Okay. Well, just waiting to hear back from the squared of the sea.
The squared C.
Okay. Now we just wait. Either way, like 3-1 for